Hi, this is Pete Madsen for Acoustic Guitar, and I'm here to talk about my lesson on Charlie Patton. Charlie Patton is sometimes referred to as the original king of the Delta blues. He was highly influential to players like Robert Johnson, Son House, Howlin' Wolf, Elmore James, John Lee Hooker, and pretty much everyone who came after him. He was born in 1891 in Bolton, Mississippi. In 1897, he moved to the Dockery Plantation. In 1929, he was discovered by Henry Spear, a white record producer, and he went on to record dozens of tunes, including Pony Blues, Banty Rooster Blues, Hammer Blues, and numerous others. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about Charlie Patton's playing in Spanish tuning. I'm actually tuned to an open G chord, and I'll tell you how to get there in just a second. If you listen to Patton's recordings, he's actually tuned up higher to like A sharp. I don't recommend tuning your guitar up that high. You might want to just tune the open G tuning, which is where I am, and then put a capo at the 3rd fret if you want to duplicate his intonation. So open G tuning, 6th string is a D, 5th string is a G, 4th string is a D, 3rd string is a G, 2nd string is a B, and 1st string is D. In many of these songs that Charlie Patton played in Spanish tuning, he kept a very typical rhythm. And I'm going to play the rhythm that you would play in songs like Hammer Blues, High Sheriff Blues, and Tom Rushing Blues. This is example 1A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that a couple times. I'm using a combination of my thumb on the down pick or down strum and my index finger on the up strum. You could also play this all as down strums with just your thumb if you want. This is example 1B. 1, 2, 3, 4. So either one of those rhythms will work and will provide the bedrock for the tunes that we're going to work on. All right, so the rest of these examples will have some slide guitar in them. I'm using a ceramic bottleneck. I don't know what Patton used or what finger he put the slide on, but I'm going to put it on my pinky. Example 2, just a couple things about bottleneck slide. Most of these examples are going to be played on the 1st string, the slide part. So try to keep your slide pretty low. Not covering the other strings when you're playing the 1st or 2nd string. And then there are times when you want to play a full chord and you want to lay the slide over all the strings. Then you would bring the slide up. And I'll point that out again when we get to those examples. The example 2 is a lick very similar to what Patton would play in songs like Tom Rushing and High Sheriff Blues. In this example, you can see he's playing the 1st strings and using a monotonic bass. The bass will drop out a little bit. Let me play that again up to speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Example 3 is similar to the line that Charlie Patton would play in one of his more famous tunes, Banty Rooster. 4. You'll notice for a lot of these lines that he's playing in this tuning, in Spanish tuning, he centers his phrases on this 5th fret first string, which is a G note. And licks like are reminiscent of what other players like Robert Johnson and Son House would play in the same tuning. Another very famous Patton tune is Mississippi Boll Weevil Blues. And in this example, he'll be playing an alternating bass. So this is example 4. So in example 4 for Mississippi Boll Weevil Blues, he's again coming up to the 5th fret, then up to the 8th fret, and then you'll notice he comes all the way up to the 17th fret. Charlie Patton was known for playing 2 different styles of slide guitar. Bottleneck, which is what I'm doing right here, and also playing with a knife blade, in which case he was probably playing with the guitar on his lap and using some kind of knife blade to play up the neck and play all the slide notes that way. This may have been one of those tunes, Mississippi Boll Weevil Blues, because he comes all the way up to the 17th fret. But we can do this with the bottleneck, it's just we got to reach pretty far up. And you'll notice my whole hand comes up. Example 5 is typical what Patton would play over the 4 chord C. Let me play that for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, he's allowing the slide to rest on all the strings, using my thumb to pluck the 5th string. And then playing the open string, which would lead us back to the 1 chord. Example 6 is another version of using the C chord and then going to a D chord, which he would actually play the full chord, he would just play single notes. So this is example 6. So the C chord is represented just by 2 strings. And the D chord is only represented by 1 note. Playing that 7th fret on the 3rd string. Example 7 from Banty Rooster Blues is another example of the 5 chord D, played at the 7th fret, and then dropping down to the 4 chord C at the 5th fret. This is example 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, in example 8, I've taken the ideas from the previous examples and kind of thrown them together in something I call Lowdown Sheriff Blues. So let me play through that and then explain what I'm doing. Example 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, in the beginning example 8, I'm using that sort of rhythm that he would use in Hammer Blues, High Sheriff Blues, and a lot of other songs. Then we go into a section where I'm using the 5th fret, that first string, the G note. We descend down. You'll notice you go from the 5th fret down to the 3rd fret. And what I do is I rotate my slide in and then slide down and off. In the 5th measure, this is the lick I'm playing. That's similar to the Tom Rusherman High Sheriff Blues line. In measure 7, kind of echoing what I was doing in measure 3, but going up the neck instead of down. There's that Tom Rusherman High Sheriff Blues lick again. Measure 10. Just going up the neck, 10th, 7th fret. And then a little lick I toss in here. I go between the 10th and the 12th fret. And then down to the 11th fret on the 2nd string. 12th fret on the 3rd string. So let me play example 8, Low Down Sheriff Blues again. So there's a little primer on Charlie Patton's playing in Spanish tuning. Again, he was tuned up a little higher than I am. I'm in open G tuning. If you want to get to the right pitches, capo up to the 3rd fret and try out some of these licks, add them into your own G tuning arsenal, and have fun.